Welcome back, friends. It's Barry with another edition of Leisure Cooking at Home. I'm glad you've joined us today because I have a really simple shrimp scampi recipe that I think you'll love. It's always a crowd pleaser and it has really great flavor. So let's get started. But before we do, I always want to take a second to just remind everyone, if you haven't already, to please subscribe to the channel and click the little bell if you want to be notified when new videos are uploaded. And if you like the video and you find it useful, click the like button. Give us a thumbs up. Also, make some comments at the bottom if you know of ways that I can improve on the recipe, or if you have suggestions of other recipes. I always like taking a chance to look at those. And also, please share with your friends and family so that we can spread the love across the cooking community. All right, here we go. So here are all our ingredients. I used a cup of butter, or the equivalent of about a stick of butter. I also used about 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. I always use garlic powder instead of garlic salt to control the sodium intake. But if you do use garlic salt, there's no need for the added salt in this recipe. I also used the Hawaiian sea salt. It was a coarse grain sea salt. You can also use the pink Hawaiian salt or pink Himalayan salt, or if you don't have either one of those, regular table salt is fine. And of course, our shrimp. I used about 25 shrimp, peeled and deveined. If you haven't had a chance already, you can check out my shrimp peeling video, because here I left the tails on the shrimp, whereas in my video I peeled the whole shrimp. So you may want to go and check that video out if you haven't already. And I also used parsley. In this case, I used dry parsley, but you can use fresh parsley as well. All right, now that we have all the ingredients down, we want to start preparing and cooking our scampi. First thing you want to do is to melt the butter in the dish that you're going to cook your scampi in. I melted my butter in the microwave. It only took about 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, but that may vary depending on the microwave you're using and the total wattage of your microwave. So be sure to check on your melting butter periodically, at least 30 to 45 seconds at a time, so that it doesn't overcook or start to splatter. Once the butter was completely melted, I removed the dish from the microwave and began to place my shrimp gently into the butter. After placing the shrimp in the butter, I began to add the sea salt, and later the garlic powder. Now we want to stir everything together to make sure all the shrimp are coated with all our ingredients. You can also add your parsley at this point. I chose to add the parsley in the middle of the process. Once I checked on the shrimp, about halfway through is when I added my parsley, but you can add it at either point. Now you're ready to cover your dish and place it in the microwave to cook for 5 minutes. I used a glass cover, but you can also use clear plastic wrap. But you'll want to cook it for 5 minutes, checking on it about halfway through. As you're doing your halfway check, you'll want to take that opportunity to stir your shrimp around to ensure that each piece cooks evenly. Now that our shrimp have cooked the full 5 minutes or more, depending on your microwave, you'll want to take them out and give them a quick stir to ensure that the garlic butter sauce is coated over each piece. And you also want to check to make sure each piece is cooked completely. If not, you may want to put it back in the microwave for another 30 seconds to a minute. Well, friends, that's all there is to it. And that's your shrimp scampi. It's always an instant crowd pleaser, and it's a great appetizer. It's a really simple recipe. It just takes a little time to make sure you get all the ingredients together and to make sure everything's cooked just right. You can see how plump the shrimp are. The parsley adds a nice flair to it. and the garlic butter flavor is amazing. Well, as always, I hope you found the video useful. I hope it's one that you can use later. And if you did find it useful, I hope you subscribe to the channel, like the videos by giving me a thumbs up. Also, comment down at the bottom. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know suggestions you might have for great dishes you'd like to see on the channel. And as always, please share with your friends and family. Well, that's it for this video, and I hope to see you next time. Until then, happy cooking.